Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here because, let's face it, we're tackling a problem that keeps digital leaders literally awake at night: organizing digital chaos. Think about constructing a massive skyscraper. You wouldn't just hand 100 contractors some steel and glass and say, hey, figure it out, right? No way. You need an architectural blueprint. And in this Explainer, we're going to look at exactly that, the architectural blueprint for the modern enterprise. It's designed to help you master the digital value stack and, finally, turn all that technical fragmentation into systemic control.
It's a paradox we see literally everywhere today. Why does having more technology often result in having less systemic control? Organizations are buying more tools, implementing more software, spinning up more cloud instances than ever before. But the pain is real, isn't it? You've got brilliant technical activity happening all over the place, but there's a massive disconnect when it comes to actual business value. We're basically drowning in data but completely starving for coherence.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand the problem, we just need to look at how things have fundamentally changed. In the old reality, digital enterprises operated in these single, unified technology environments. It was, relatively easy to just put a fence around your assets. But look at the modern reality. Interconnected, constantly evolving layers. We're talking cloud adoption, connected devices, sprawling automation, the whole shebang. The core challenge we face today? It's no longer about implementation. Honestly, implementing a tool is the easy part. The real challenge is coherence.
So here's our roadmap for this Explainer. We'll cover 1. The fragmentation problem. 2. The digital value stack. 3. The intelligence foundation. 4. The operational backbone. 5. The governance overlay. And finally, 6. Moving from visibility to value. We are literally building this structure from the ground up today.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the fragmentation problem, or as I like to call it, the crisis of coherence.
The sheer volume of interconnected systems has made it practically impossible to manage an enterprise as a single entity anymore. The source material hits the nail on the head here, stating, without a unifying structure, organizations experience fragmentation, limited visibility, and a disconnect between technical activity and business value. Without that architectural blueprint, your higher-level systems, the ones actually making the big business decisions, are forced to operate on gut feelings and assumptions rather than hard evidence. And let's be real, operating a multi-million-dollar digital business on assumptions? That's a recipe for absolute disaster. We desperately need a model to resolve this complexity.
Moving right along to Section 2, the digital value stack. Time for the big reveal.
And this brilliantly illustrates the complete architecture we've been talking about. It takes the digital enterprise and organizes it into 3 distinct but deeply interdependent layers. At the very bottom, you have your intelligence systems. Right in the middle, workflow systems acting as the operational backbone. And up at the top, the Digital Value Management System, or DVMS, which provides that crucial governance overlay. Together, these layers perfectly interlock to transform all those disconnected, chaotic capabilities into one smooth, coordinated system. So, let's actually start building this structure, starting right down at the base.
Section 3, the intelligence foundation. We're talking discovery and AI systems.
Think of this as the ground floor of our blueprint. The intelligence foundation is the base layer responsible for generating continuous, high-fidelity visibility into the digital environment and detecting anomalies in real time. Its entire reason for existing is eliminating operational uncertainty. It doesn't make the big business decisions. It simply looks around and asks, okay, what exactly is out there, and what is it doing right this very second?
This layer is powered by discovery and AI-driven systems like Armis and Anthropic. It identifies everything across your network, and yes, that absolutely includes unmanaged IoT and operational technology. Think of these unmanaged devices as the invisible ghosts haunting your corporate networks. Because let's face it, you can't secure what you can't see. This layer basically busts those ghosts. It monitors behavior, surfaces vulnerabilities in real time, and gives you hard, undeniable evidence over assumptions. Imagine a rogue, unmanaged smart thermostat suddenly trying to connect to your highly sensitive data servers. This intelligence layer? It's the security guard that spots that anomaly the exact millisecond it happens.
Let's head up to Section 4, the operational backbone, focusing on workflow systems.
So moving up to the second floor of our blueprint, the operational backbone is the integration layer that transforms raw intelligence into structured, actionable processes and enforces controls at scale. Now, I want to be super clear here. This layer does not define the value of the business, but it executes it. It is the core enterprise integration point. It's where things actually get done.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how it all connects. This backbone is powered by platforms you probably know super well: ServiceNow, Salesforce, Atlassian. They ingest all that raw data pouring in from the intelligence layer and normalize it. Let's go back to our rogue thermostat incident for a second. The intelligence layer spotted it, right? Well, this operational layer ingests that raw technical signal and links it to a specific, tangible operational service. It translates a device-level risk into a fully managed workflow incident, immediately dispatching a ticket to the right IT team with the exact context they need to fix it. We've just moved from an abstract, scary risk to a repeatable, managed process.
Up to the roof now with Section 5, the Governance Overlay, or DVMS.
Acting as the literal roof of our architectural structure, the Digital Value Management System, or DVMS, is a management system that defines how digital operations are structured, measured, and aligned to business value. I really need to emphasize this heavily, guys. DVMS is not a tool. It is not some software platform you just install and forget about. It is a governing framework. It's the overarching leadership logic that dictates what actually matters to the business.
DVMS establishes your value streams and your performance objectives. It doesn't bother collecting raw data. Instead, it relies entirely on the beautifully structured information passed up from those workflow systems we just talked about. So concluding our little micro-narrative, that rogue thermostat incident we ticketed, up here at the governance level, DVMS evaluates that incident not just as a closed IT ticket, but as a critical data point regarding the organization's overall business resilience. How did that vulnerability impact our core value streams? Are our control frameworks actually effective? DVMS connects strategy directly to execution, evaluating technical performance strictly as indicators of real business outcomes.
And finally, Section 6, from visibility to value. Let's look at the machine in motion. Let's move to and see how this builds dynamically. We can literally watch this upward flow of data in 3 steps. Step 1, raw signals are generated as the intelligence layer discovers assets and risks. Step 2, those signals flow up and become actionable processes as the operational backbone contextualizes that data into workflows. And finally, Step 3, it transforms into strategic insight as the DVMS evaluates the business impact of those workflows. You are literally turning raw, low-level network signals into executive-level strategic insight. And the best part? It's all based on hard evidence, not assumptions. Okay, if you're taking notes, this is a perfect screenshot moment right here. The ultimate power of this layered model is how it guarantees traceable accountability. Look at this separation. The intelligence foundation is solely accountable for visibility and detection. The operational backbone is completely accountable for execution and control. And the governance overlay, the DVMS, holds the accountability for structure and evaluation. When issues inevitably arise, there's no more finger pointing. None. You can trace the issue straight through the stack, from the exact moment of detection, right through the response, all the way up to the business evaluation. And because these layers are constantly dynamically feeding information both upward and downward, we arrive at this incredibly powerful realization. Continuous assurance becomes an inherent capability of the system rather than a periodic activity. Think about that. Risk management completely stops being this isolated, tedious, once-a-quarter audit. Instead, it becomes an integrated, living, breathing part of your overall management system. As the environment changes, the workflow adapts, and the governance framework evaluates it, continuously. So the crucial point is this: we can no longer afford to operate in these fragmented silos. The 3-layer digital value stack isn't just about eliminating complexity. Honestly, it's about organizing it. And it challenges us as leaders. I want you to ask yourself, are you merely managing your technology, endlessly putting out fires day after day? Or are you organizing it, using a structured blueprint to master true digital value? I'll leave you to think on that. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.